What's up guys, welcome to today's video. In this episode I'm going to be installing the turbo manifold with the turbos on it, the oil return line. I'm also going to install the intake manifold, a brand new 6-speed turbo Supra wiring harness, and basically button that aspect of the engine and put it all together. We're getting ready. I'm going to put the exhaust and turbo stuff on, but I do have brand new gaskets. Here's the part number 17173-46040 and 17198-46010. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those on. This is going to be a painful process, so I'm not going to put you through it. I'm just going to do it and catch you at the end. I got the manifold on, and I did replace these two hoses right here, and I have the clamps on, but I'm going to have to adjust these. So I'm just going to loosen these because I have to align this right here with the return back into the oil pan, and currently it doesn't line up, so I'm just going to remove these so I can set them according to where they need to go. I'm going to replace this gasket right here, and the new one, part number is 15472-46010. Put that on. And I'm just going to remove this piece from the hoses, set that where it's supposed to be, like that. And the lines are a little weird in the way they're going because originally they're coming from an engine that had a front sump, so this, the positioning was a little bit different. I think it's a little bit more forward on the front sump than it is on this. But I think if I manipulate these two hoses, flip them around, I should be able to make them work. So that goes like that. It's not really, I just need something to go inside of it so I can, like that. And maybe even bring it out this way a little bit. You want that oil to run the most direct way down from the turbo back down into the block. There you go. I can live with that. So let me go ahead and align. Put the clamps back on. And then this one has a bracket that holds it in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that in, and then I'll basically do the same with this one. I got it all routed. The rubber is a little kinked, but I feel like it's okay. Hopefully it doesn't leak back. It shouldn't, because it's running down straight in there. This one's more direct, so that one's good. Got the brackets on, the brace put on, all the bolts holding the manifolds is on. So manifold is completely 100% on there. You know, I never talked about these turbos, and so why am I going through the hassle of putting the stock turbos back on? Well, These are stock in appearance, but they're the GT28 hybrids. They've been reworked and they're good for up to, I want to say 650. I'm not trying to make 600 out here. 450, 500 if I'm lucky, and I'm okay with that. Because I do have other plans when I get back to the States with the car. So again, why am I running these stock turbos? Because they've been reworked, and they're upgraded and rated for a lot more than just the basic stock. So these are basically an upgrade to the stock. All right, so this little neck piece goes between the water pump and the upper neck that connects the two. And it uses two O-rings. I'm gonna replace those. And here's the part number for those little O-rings, 96761240223. I ordered 2 for both ends. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of lube on it. And just slide it down in place right here. Slides over the opposite end. There's a gasket right here. Maybe I should put this in first. So there it is. And you pop that in place. And then you run these two 12mm bolts in. And then you have a temp sensor here that goes in there. And I'm going to tighten that up with a 19mm. That is that. So I'm going to show you something else. When I put the first caps on yesterday, there was some of the silicone, you know, came out on the sides. So I'm going to use a razor and cut that off. Not so much on this side, but over here especially. I'm going to cut that away, so whenever I put the valve cover over it, that's not in my way. I'll put the lower part of the intake manifold. Part number for the gasket, 17177460031. This is what it looks like. And this one you cannot put on incorrectly because there is a stud here, a stud over here that holds it in place. And you take the runners, slide it on. I'm just gonna lock it in place with these two 12s on these studs. And then go ahead and track down the rest of the bolts that are needed. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 studs, two bolts. All right, so we're gonna tighten these two 20 foot-pounds. All right, guys, so I have a wiring harness. This is a turbo 6-speed wiring harness. Part number A21211B190. I'm gonna try to start routing this around because I do believe the fuel injector wires go between here and some funky stuff. So I'm gonna start to route this before I get too far carried away and have to remove stuff. So yeah. So while I get my bearing correct with this wiring, I'm going to do something else. So for my return, I'm going to use the stock fuel rail first of all, and I'm going to have to run a return fuel line. So right here where the stock fuel pressure regulator would sit, something like that, I'm going to ditch this. That's going in the trash. Then I'm going to tap into this hole right here, and I'm going to put this -6 male fitting, and then basically it'll look something like this. Gonna sit in here, and then I'll have this connected to it. So it's gonna look like this, and then the return line will be coming out of this end going back to the fuel tank. This is a short video, so this is the end of the video. Stay tuned for the next episode.